For years, I thrived in the high-pressure business world, but the workaholic life finally caught up with me. I was 35, very overweight, in chronic pain with severe mobility issues, terrible diet, no exercise. My health was a complete wreck. Then I went to a gentle yoga class and felt truly relaxed. The stress just melted away. I went from a size 18 to a size 8. I stopped getting sick. Pain disappeared. I learned to open my heart and I felt happy for the first time in years. So I said goodbye to the business world and started teaching. Yoga doesn't have to be strenuous. The easiest movements can trigger major release of chronic symptoms no matter your age.
Healing Yoga. Yoga for real people with real problems.
Hello, I'm Deborah Devine. Welcome to Healing Yoga, yoga for real people with real problems. So that was my story you just heard in the opening. I had real problems, but they were solved when I found gentle yoga. After years of long, stressful hours hunched over a desk, my head had come out of alignment, causing chronic pain in my shoulders. As we age, gravity and old injuries can cause the same thing for Zoomers. So I've put together a simple yoga series that releases tension in the shoulders. And you don't have to be flexible to benefit. All of the poses have been modified to help people with chronic pain or injuries. We start with an easy warm-up that opens up the shoulder tissue, and then we bring our shoulders down away from the ears. Next, we massage the specific problem spots, and then we open up the chest. These are super easy poses, but they can have a lasting effect. Follow along at home for the whole series, or if you're busy, just do 1 or 2 poses and you'll notice an immediate difference. Maybe you'll be able to reach up into the top part of your cupboard and pull something down. Let's start the healing. Joining me today, Al, who's been dealing with some shoulder injuries, chronic shoulder injuries, and Diana, who's had a recent gardening-related shoulder injury. So we're going to begin with a wonderful warm-up, shoulder cycles. We'll come to the mat and stand in Tadasana. We're going to inhale the arms out and up, and then exhale, hands to heart. Now, if that's painful for you, be easy. Be very gentle on yourself. We don't want to be moving into the pain zone. We'd like to stay in that boundary between comfort and discomfort. So anytime you feel pain, do less. We're going to inhale the arms out and up one more time. Exhaling, hands to heart. And then we're going to take the right arm up and over. We're going to let the head rest over onto the right side. And then we'll just press the hand into the head and the head into the hand very gently, opening up the neck, opening up the shoulders. Now let the left arm come up just a few degrees. Rotate the upper arm bone externally. Let the palm face the sky. A couple of breaths here, reaching out with the arm very gently. And then we'll take the arm back down, and we'll begin to bring the forearm behind the back. A couple of breaths here. And then we'll release that left arm, release the right arm, come back to center, circling the shoulders. Circling the shoulders. And then the left arm is going to come up, and the head is tilting over. Right arm comes out. Couple of breaths here, reaching out, feeling the left hand press against the head very gently, and the head is resisting against the hand. Spreading the fingers nice and wide on that right arm. And then rotating the upper arm externally, palm faces the sky. Long, slow, smooth, and complete in and out breaths. Come back on the heels. Let the arm come down, and then the forearm will begin to come up behind. Maybe you can reach up a little bit more. Bring the head of the arm bone back, and then we'll release the head, release the other arm, and circle the shoulders a few times. This is already starting to open up some connective tissue and release some tension that we find in the muscles. We'll go the opposite way a few times, and please continue to do these shoulder cycles. There might be one particular move that you really enjoyed. Please continue to do that for just the next few moments, and we'll be right back to go deeper into our shoulders.
Healing Yoga. Yoga for real people with real problems. For more yoga, go to onetv.ca/healing-yoga. Healing Yoga. Yoga for real people with real problems.
Hi, my name is Al, and I suffer from chronic shoulder problems and neck problems. And because of my shoulder conditions, I've had continuous trouble at work with pain. My outdoor activities have suffered, my golf, and I also have trouble driving long distances or even 10 or 15 miles.
Welcome back. We've been working with our shoulders with this gentle practice to get in to the deep tissues and release lots of built up tension and strengthening some of the weaker areas. Al, how are you enjoying the practice so far?
Terrific.
Fantastic. We're going to get you on the golf course in no time. So we're going to be moving a little bit deeper into the shoulder girdle. We've got this belt, which is a fantastic way to access some of the connective tissue and muscles that we don't have on the surface. So you can use a bathrobe tie or your husband's old tie that might be lying around. We'd like to measure it so that it's about shoulder width apart. And then we raise the arms up about shoulder height. We're externally rotating the upper arms, and we're going to just thread the belt here, thread the arms through the belt here, making sure that the buckle is not making contact with the skin. Now you can straighten out the arms, come into your Tadasana stance. The upper arm bones are continuing to rotate externally, and we're just going to make some space in the shoulders. We're going to make some space in the shoulder sockets, making some space around the shoulder shelf. Lean back into the back plane of the body and let the shoulder blades come together and move down the back. Couple of breaths here. Grounding through the heels, let the sit bones and the tailbone come down. And then the arms rise up just a few degrees. And then we're going to break the belt here. Breaking the belt, and the action is happening here in the shoulder girdle. We're actually moving the heads of the arm bones wide. And then whenever you get tired, you just bring your arms down and rest and recover. And then undoing the belt and then circling the shoulders out. Circling the shoulders out. Now, we're going to take the right arm and lift it up and over so it's resting on the left shoulder. And then we're going to lift this left shoulder up. And we're going to press down with that right hand. Now the opposite shoulder, it can let go and it can come down. And we're going to just take a moment and maybe the head will just lean over into this left side. So the hand is pressing down into the shoulder is pressing up into the hand. We have this isometric movement. We're going to take the breath deep into all of the tissues in the top of the shoulder, into the neck. Letting the out-breath be complete, feeling the belly come to the front spine. We are wringing out all kinds of muscle and connective tissue that has been holding on to tension for a long time. We bear the weight of the world on our shoulders, and this action is actually wringing out energy. It's wringing out all tension, and then we come back, releasing the arms. Now, one of your shoulders is feeling a little bit higher than the other one. Circle them around. Couple times one way, a couple times the opposite way. And then the left hand comes up and over to the right. Right arm comes up. Left hand presses down. The right shoulder comes up. And the left hand comes down. Drop the head over into that shoulder that's coming up. Drop the left shoulder. Squeezing, breathing. We're getting access to all kinds of lymphatic tissue here in the neck. We're wringing out old toxins, moving out old lymphatic fluid, making room for fresh lymph to come in, and you'll feel a lot lighter. Now, releasing the shoulder, releasing the arms, coming back. Now the shoulders feel a little bit more balanced, circling things out. Wonderful. Now, we're going to be using these very simple balls to go a little bit deeper into the area around the shoulder blade. So let's come down to the ground. We'll lie on our back. And the knees can be bent or they can be long. And then we'll just take this ball and find a way to get underneath the shoulder blade. So you can lift your arm up, bend the elbow, and begin to make some big circles with your shoulder. And you'll probably find a couple of spots that are really holding on to a lot of tension. Use your breath, breathe light and spaciousness deep into those muscle tissues. Exhale tension, exhale gripping. So using the balls here, a really wonderful way to release some specific spots that you might be experiencing some pain in. Please continue to enjoy this work that we're doing with the balls. Switch over to the opposite side and go deep underneath all of those nooks and crannies of the muscles in the back, underneath the shoulder blades, and we'll be back in a moment to work more deeply with the shoulders.
Healing Yoga. Yoga for real people with real problems. For more yoga, go to onetv.ca/healing-yoga. Healing Yoga. Yoga for real people with real problems.
About 15 months ago, I started a yoga practice. And I started at the age of 70. So it just shows you it's never too late to start. And as a result of the practice, everything has improved. I'm more flexible, I suffer less pain, and my general outlook also has improved because yoga also deals with your general outlook towards life and how you handle stress situations. So it's been a great benefit to me.
Welcome back. We've been working with the shoulder blades, we've been working with the shoulder shelf, we've been moving some synovial fluid into the joints, and this is hopefully making your arms feel a lot lighter, improving your range of motion, your ease of movement, and now we're going to be going even deeper into the shoulder blades. So we're going to come into Tadasana, heels out, toes in, lean back onto the heels, feel the quadriceps activate. Let the sit bones and tailbone drop. Feel yourself rising on the in-breath on the front line of the body. Now, we're going to take the shoulders up on the next in-breath, squeezing, and then bring the tops of the shoulder blades together and exhale down. And then we're going to inhale, shoulders come up, and then we're going to squeeze the middle part of the shoulder blades together, moving them down on the out-breath. And then we'll take another in-breath, squeezing at the top, and we'll go to the bottom of the shoulder blades, put them together, knit them together, and then draw them down on the out-breath. And then we'll just circle the shoulders around a little bit. Wonderful, just shaking the shoulders out. Now we're going to get deeper into the shoulder joint from the armpits. Now there are a number of different ways that we could be engaging the armpits to create more space. I'm going to be doing prayer pose. Al is going to be going into downward facing dog, and Diana is listening to her body. Those poses do not help her with the injury that she has right now, so she'll be doing cat, and that will be more comfortable for her. So we come down onto hands and knees, and for prayer pose, we're going to keep the sit bones high, reach the arms out, and place the forehead on the floor. Now bringing awareness into the upper arm where it moves into the shoulder socket and starting to create this idea of an external rotation. The palms are pressing down, the base of the index finger is making a lot of contact with the ground, and we're starting to see the crease of the elbow just rise up a little bit. That tiny movement is helping create more alignment with the shoulders onto the back. Long, slow, smooth in-breath, long, slow, smooth, and complete out-breath. Now, Al's in downward facing dog here, and it's a wonderful way to release the shoulders from underneath when we're in downward facing dog. Come on down, Al, come on to your knees. And coming into cat pose is also really wonderful because you can be broadening through the collarbones and opening up space, breathing light and spaciousness into the armpits, broadening the whole shoulder shelf. Wonderful. Now come back to neutral spine, and then we'll come to standing and we'll work with cow face pose and get a little bit more isolation with the shoulder blades. So we'll come to standing, and we've got the belt in the right hand. We're going to unravel the belt. Belt is in the right hand. We lift the belt up and over, and then the left arm is going to come out, rotate the upper arm bone externally, and then drop the hand back. Come on over here, Al. We'll turn you around. Wonderful. Now, we don't have to be in the advanced part of the pose in order to achieve the benefits. We can take the belt, lots of room here. And as long as we're aiming to get the shoulder blades to come down and together, opening up the collarbones. This right elbow is rising up. This left elbow is moving down, and maybe it doesn't look that way to you if you're looking at yourself, but you're feeling that way. And then you can begin to break the belt. We're breaking the belt, taking a couple of long, slow, smooth, and complete in and out breaths, and then you can just stop and recover. You can keep the belt and you can let go of that. Just relax, relax. Be here for a few moments. And then again, engage some muscle strength. So we're starting to strengthen the areas that might be a little bit weaker. And then we'll release. And we'll switch sides. Switching over to the opposite, left arm comes up and over, and enjoy this opposite side for the next few moments, and we'll be back right after the break for a cool down.
Healing yoga. Yoga for real people with real problems. For more yoga, go to onetv.ca/healing-yoga.
Taking a break every half hour to stretch your shoulders while working at a desk is a good way to stay loose. While stretching, focus on dropping your shoulder blades to the waist and opening your chest.
Welcome back. We've been working a lot with all of the tissues that support the shoulders, the shoulder blades, the shoulder shelf, and the arms. How are you feeling, Diana, right now?
Great. I can feel it. All the muscles relaxing.
Fantastic. And now we're going to be cooling down with a wonderful pose that's going to open up the front part of the chest and give the front part of the shoulders a little bit more of a gentle and passive stretch. So we're going to elevate our spine. We've got a bolster here, but you could also be using a blanket, just folding up a blanket a few times. And we'll bring the sit bones and the hindquarters right up to the short edge of the bolster, using the arms to help you down, protecting your back. And then maybe a little bit of support for the back of the neck, the back of the head. Great. So we are surrendering onto this support here with the bolster. One leg can come long, see how that feels. Maybe the other leg comes long too, see how that feels. If there's any pinchiness in the low back, simply bend your knees, press your feet into the floor, and move your hips away from the bottom of the ribs. And then let your legs come long again, see how that goes. And then we'll go to the shoulder blades. We're bringing awareness to the shoulder blades. We're going to bring them down the back and in behind the heart. So it creates a little platform for the heart to rest on. The upper arm bones are rotating externally. The palms are facing the sky. The fingers are unfurling like the petals of a lotus. We're going to take a few moments here and just allow ourselves to ground. If you're wearing glasses, you can just remove them, put them aside. And that will let the brain settle a bit more. This is a wonderful pose to open up all of the muscles on the front of the chest, the pecs, the collarbones. When our shoulders are compromised, when we're working at a desk, on our computers, on our devices, there's a sense of collapsing through the front part of the body. So here we are, passively opening. Let the in-breaths go deep into the shoulders, deep into the shoulder blades, breathing in light and spaciousness, exhaling tension, exhaling holding, dropping all of that tension down into the ground. Go to the base of the throat, breathing in light, breathing in spaciousness, exhaling tension, exhaling, holding. That is a really tense area as well. We hold a lot of tension where the neck meets the shoulders. We're starting to allow the shoulders to drop down. The shoulders are starting to come towards the floor. The collarbones are starting to separate. Now, you may not be enjoying a back bend. In Al's case, he's dealing with stenosis, and with that condition, back bends are contraindicated. So in Al's case, we've taken two bolsters and we've elevated the legs. That's keeping the spine in its neutral position. But we're still using the same imagery. We're bringing the shoulder blades down the back, in behind the heart, creating a wonderful platform for the heart to rest on. And there's this wonderful passive opening in front. The pecs are starting to release. The connective tissue that surrounds all the pectoral muscles are starting to release. The upper arm bones are starting to broaden and widen. Now you can enjoy this pose as your Savasana, tranquility pose, to close your practice, or you can just roll over, remove all of the bolsters, the blankets, and then come back onto your back and lie down and ground. We'll take a long, slow, smooth in-breath into the base of the throat, the back of the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the hands, breathing in light and spaciousness. Exhaling tension, exhaling holding. Please continue to enjoy your Shavasana for at least 15 more minutes. And we'll see you again next time on Healing Yoga. Namaste.